7 questions from Yellowjackets Season 1 that still need answers. This is Nerdist Now. The first season of Showtime's Yellowjackets has recently come to a thrilling and bloody end. Thankfully, Season 2 is on the horizon, but the first season finale raised as many questions as it answered, and we are buzzing with excitement. Season 1 was an incredible slow burn mystery mixed with horror, crime, and the supernatural, all while being carried by an absolutely incredible cast. But now that the dust has settled, fans, myself included, are as hungry for answers as the Queen of Antlers is for human flesh. We're going to be getting into the biggest questions we have leading into Season 2, but if you want to read the full list, Rotem Rusak has you covered over on Nerdist.com. And like I said, we're going to be talking about Season 1 in great detail, so if you want to avoid spoilers of any kind, make like Ali Stephen Shin and get on out of here. The first big question we have is, are there actual supernatural powers at work? And while we're at it, the belief in a greater force seems to directly correlate to another question: how do the Yellowjackets end up breaking into multiple tribes? This division likely forms between those who believe there are supernatural forces at play, led by Lottie, praise be to she, and those who refuse this explanation.
Something's coming.
But which Yellowjackets join Lottie and which do not are questions we still can't answer with certainty. Based on the Yellowjackets finale, it seems like our main characters, Shauna, Taissa, Van, Nat, and Misty, were all somehow involved in Lottie's tribe. Travis, on the other hand, was not. In an earlier episode, 2021, Nat says,
Travis didn't believe in any of this. Why is it in the place where he died?
We don't know what other characters like Mari, Akila, and Javi believe, but only time will tell who ends up on Team Cannibalism and who ends up on Team Cantabalism. And that leads us to our next question: who is the Antler Queen and who is the girl in the pit? There are a wealth of theories online about who the Antler Queen really is, the likeliest suspect being Lottie. We saw Her Majesty Lottie don a first draft of the Antler Crown in Episode 9, Doomcoming, and judging by the finale, she is ready to ascend to her throne, especially considering what she's up to in the present-day timeline. That said, the crown and power it confers could always pass hands again. Some fans think that Shauna, Misty, or a survivor from another group could be the queen we see in Episode 1. The girl in the pit, on the other hand, is harder to identify. Early fan theories pointed to Jackie as the unfortunate victim in Episode 1, but after the finale, it looks like we can safely put that theory on ice. So, based on process of elimination, the girl most likely seems to be Mari at this point. It makes sense because we know that Pit Girl wore Jackie's necklace, and besides Shauna, Mari had the most notable interactions with Jackie. But who gets Jackie's necklace and how they end up in the pit remains in the realm of speculation for now. In the present, it seems like our potential Antler Queen Lottie is Travis's killer and Nat's kidnapper. Although Natalie is ready to believe the official story, by the Yellowjackets finale, a well-timed sequence reveals that Lottie actually had something to do with Travis's death. Simultaneously, a group of people draped in cozy neutrals appear and drag Nat away, and around their necks hang the mysterious symbol that keeps following the characters. But what does this symbol mean, and where did it come from? Yellowjackets fans have been hard at work sharpening their theories on this one. They've invoked everything from hobo-co to trigonometry to that weird S we all used to doodle in our notebooks during class in a quest for deeper meaning. And though we may learn where the symbol came from, ultimately, the symbol's meaning is in the eye of the beholder. We suspect Lottie will begin to use it in the wilderness as a mark of her tribe. Although, considering it was already present in the wilderness when they crash-landed there, something darker may be at play here. So, will this make Lottie the big bad of Season 2? All signs point to yes. She is inviting the darkness in, after all. And killing people and kidnapping them. Still, though, evil is a subjective moniker. Showrunner Jonathan Lisko shared some insights with Variety about the women's time in the woods. With all the gender conventions coming down and the savagery of high school hierarchies coming down in the woods, when they actually have to be themselves, a true version of themselves, and try to find out how to survive, oddly, they self-actualize in ways that surprise them, surprise their peers, like, who are they? So perhaps Lottie just wants her found family to come back together again, to be themselves again, free of society, by her side, cannibalizing people, and that does sound kind of evil when I hear it out loud. Ow! We also can't count out possession. We've seen Lottie speaking French multiple times while having episodes, and we all know.
She sucks at French. What's she saying? I don't know, I suck at French too!
Sacre bleu, indeed. Moving on, we have another lingering question. Who exactly is Adam? Or should I say, who exactly was Adam? Well, it seems like Adam was just himself. Showrunner Bart Nickerson confirmed to Vulture that Adam is not involved in Lottie's cult, and Lisko debunked the popular fan theory while talking with Decider that he is not Javi either. Still, Lisko suggested that Adam's backstory is in flux, and they'll follow whatever storyline they think is the most compelling going into season 2.
We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful in what we pretend to be.
Next question. What the hell is going on with Taissa? Like Lottie, Taissa contains multitudes. In the 2021 timeline, we meet her as a polished, ambitious politician trying to put her time in the wilderness behind her. But by the finale, we know she's been climbing trees, eating dirt, and creating blood altars complete with that cult symbol in her spare time. Taissa ended up winning her hard-fought election, and we see a delicious smile lingering on her face. Speaking about this moment with Variety, Lisko said, Taissa thinks, wow, for many, many years I've been suppressing this knowledge of my alter ego, if not repressing it. And yet now, holy cow, I have a feeling that there could be advantages to what I've kind of subconsciously known all along, that I'm a bifurcated personality. And should I or should I not capitalize on the advantages of that dark power moving forward? Taissa's son refers to her creepy, sleepwalking alter ego as the lady in the tree, and we see Ty become that lady a few times in the wilderness as well.
Were you outside last night eating dirt? Actual no.
This final scene signals a turning point in how the two Taissas coexist though. Could Taissa join Lottie's wilderness cult? Could she be unknowingly in touch with Lottie already? Speaking of creepy specters haunting Taissa's family, who is the man with no eyes Ty keeps seeing visions of? He even appears in the opening credits. Who took his eyes? Can he echolocate? When will I stop having nightmares about him? There's a lot of eye-related questions we need answers to. Thankfully, 2 of the most important questions we had have already been answered. Season 2 of Yellowjackets is currently slated to premiere in late 2022, and the showrunners are planning 5 seasons of the show. Another 4 seasons with these characters sounds incredible. Dark, terrifying, and bad news for people who love book clubs, but mostly incredible. But tell us, who do you think the Antler Queen is? How many times can Van avoid certain death? And how lucky was Allie Stevens? You know, relatively speaking.
Apply pressure, stop the bleeding.
Let us know in the comments below, and for the latest and greatest in the world of pop culture, stay tuned to Nerdist.com.